Oh! Oh, shit! Oh, yeah! What the f? Oh, boy, we're going down! Hey! So we got the bike finally finished, and it, I have to say, is like a million times better. Now let's take a close look at all the upgrades we've done. So the original Lectric XP, before any upgrades or any changes, is more of a commuter style bike. And I wanted something that was a little bit more freeing, had a little bit more of a aggressive feel to it when I was riding it. So the first things I took off were the fins on the front, the back, and the rear rack. And that gives it a little more of a BMX style feel. And to complement that, of course, we have a more of a BMX style handlebars. We replaced the grips with these cheap mountain bike grips. And we replaced the throttle with a thumb throttle instead of a twist throttle.
Now with this specific thumb throttle, whenever I changed it out, I got error code 10. And what that means is it's a communication receiving error between the thumb throttle and the controller. And what you have to do is open up the inside where the wiring is and pull out a cable that has red, green, and black on it. And you're gonna have to change the wires around, as you can see in the photo, where black goes to red, green goes to green still, and red goes to black. You're gonna need a flathead screwdriver, but the micro kind that you use to fix glasses, to push down on the pin to allow you to remove it, or something of that equivalent.
Now if you do go with this style, just make sure you get a BMX stem. Mountain bike stem won't fit this type of handlebars. Arguably the most important thing is we replaced the front suspension, or the front fork. It didn't have a suspension on it, but we replaced it with a cheap air fork. I got this off of AliExpress. It's a sock, so meant for 20-inch wheels. It does a great job. I mean, for what I'm using it for, it's perfect. And you know, nobody wants to spend more than they need to. I think I got this for like $100. You can add in air as needed, based on your weight or what you're doing with it. It says it's the P35 Extreme Challenge fork, but that's really just a sticker. They're all, if it's PSOC and it's a 20-inch fork, it's probably the same thing, no matter what it says. Another thing to mention, we have quite a few spacers here. So just make sure you got enough spacers. Is we switched out the pedals. And these are the, shut up! So one other thing I want to mention that we did here, we switched out the pedals with these Emser mountain biking pedals I got off of AliExpress, but you can get them on Amazon. They're cheap, I think it's like 20 bucks or less. These are the best mountain bike pedals you can get for cheap, and they work excellently. Oh, this thing's heavy. First thing I want to do is get everything off of the handlebars. These grips are a pain in the ass. So I think the only way I'm going to be able to get these off is using this knife. But if you have any other suggestions, post down in the comments. So I wanted to take this bottom race off with my race remover tool, but it turned out that the top race that comes with this bearing set is part of a threaded headset, not a threadless headset. It came on top. So we won't be able to use this in our upgrade. Thankfully, I do have another threadless headset ready to go. Now we're gonna put our star drive into our air fork. Star drive tool, this goes over the top. Oh my, I have this part that holds the star drive in. Now it's in there nice and snug. We're gonna insert this inside. Okay, so now we're gonna put on our race. Put a little bit of grease on, and we got our race tool. We got our bottom race in, so now we're just gonna grease everything up, put the bearings in, and put on our handlebars and stem. When it comes out of the box, you get a max of 20 miles per hour. But with a few adjustments in the old computer system here, you can get it up to 28 miles per hour. All right, so here's what you're gonna wanna do. Let's turn it on. And we're gonna hit the up and down key at the same time. And we go to 8P. And make sure that is above 45. Have it at 61 just to mess around. But as long as it's above 45, it'll work. Then you want to go to 11P and make sure it's on 1. That's the most powerful pedal assist setting, is the 001. And then you're going to go to 12P and make sure to set it to 5. And that will give you the most powerful setting. Now keep in mind, when you adjust these settings, it is going to make it faster, but it's also going to use up more power. More power equals more energy from the battery. So if that's a concern of yours, then you might want to proceed with caution. Not even standing, just some light pedaling and the throttle. See how we do. It's pretty nice. No problem. No problem at all. That was super easy. Oh, let's see how fast we can go. that on a dirt bike. You can't do that in a car. It's just so freeing. So before, I would not have taken this bike on any kind of trail, you know, some light grass. Some dirt wasn't too bad, but on a trail, even a non-mountain bike trail, wouldn't be too much fun, at least not in my opinion. This time around, we're going to take it on my off-road trail here. Let's see how it does. A little bit of clanking sound, but probably the battery inside the cage. Man, that chain slap is pretty bad. No problem on that monkey. Whoa! Whew. That's kind of cool. When you're just sitting. That was pretty fun. I gotta say, I gotta give it props. With all the upgrades, this bike is so much more nimble. Landscape circuit. Whoa. Whoa, yeah! A little bit of air on that. Grass slowing down a little bit. What the fuck? That's a tree down. Oh shit! Whoa! Oh. Come on, Miller. Keep in. Oh. Oh. Hello. No. No one's coming. Going for it. Oh. Exploring a little bit here, you never know what you're gonna find. Ooh, go that way. Ooh, what's this? What is this over here? A mystery. Oh. Whoa. Ah. Oh, damn. Not all trails are equal. You can't stop me from going. Oh. Over here. Mystery ride. Somebody's been walking down here. Flood area. I ain't going in there.
Well, that's the show today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought in the comments. And if you guys did any of your own modding, let me know what you did. Let me know what you came up with. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Catch you later.